Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. But first, you got to roll up.
Right.
And while you roll it up, I'll be telling you the story. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, dig this. So, remember I was telling you about how I got the electric bill, right? The electric bill, it's not a bill like a light bill or a gas bill. It's a technical bill. Because I had some technical work. So, was living with my ex-wife. We had got back together for a second time, right? You know, after like, I think we had been divorced for about. We got divorced in 2013, officially. Yeah. So that's what, 11 years? So we've been divorced for 11 years, right? And we decided to give it a second try to see if it'll work. So we in this house. She got this house she just bought, whatever. Took out a loan from the bank. Bank purchased the home. She got a mortgage on it. She paying, which is like $100 less than $1,000. So roughly like $915, something like that, if I ain't mistaken. Might be 8 something. But anywhere between 8 and 950, that's what her mortgage is, right? Okay. And it's a nice ass house. A big ass 3 bedroom, bathroom, garage, big ass backyard, nice ass house, right? She got a little office space. You work from home.
Right.
Okay. So we in this house, you feel me? Summertime, house cool. Wintertime, house cool. But it's a problem with the power. Half the fucking power in the house goes out. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like whole half of the house. My daughter's room,
Wow.
all the way to the garage, the light, the power, the garage door opener, everything don't even work. But then it'll come back on. You feel what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So she had been in this house for a year before I got there, right? So she said when that happens, her dad gave her this number to this electrician, right? And the electrician come to the house. This old nigga, I don't know, I forget his name and shit. Your older nigga and shit. Heavy set, old school nigga come to the house. I'm like, so what the nigga do? Cause the power keep going out. What the fuck the nigga do? She like, he come to the house and he go down in the basement and he do something to the box, and the power come back on. I'm like, do it come on immediately? She like, sometimes it do, and then sometimes it take like a few days, but it come back on. I'm like, how much you give?
Days.
Yeah, I'm like, how much you be giving this nigga, right? She said, I give him $100 every trip. I'm like, how many times this nigga that came through already? She said, well, I done seen him once already. Or no, twice, she said. So, the power go out. I'm like, when the power go out, call him, you know what I'm saying, come through. I want to see what he do. You feel me? Because we got tools and shit here. You feel me? I'm going to check, see what's going on. So, when he come through, she introduced me to him. Like, yeah, this is my daughter's dad. That's how she introduced me to people and shit. You feel me? She'll never say this is my boyfriend or husband or ex. I don't know what the fuck to call us, you feel me, right? Because we was married, do you hear me? But we divorced. I don't know what the fuck to call us, but that's my girlfriend, that's my baby mama, that's my baby daddy. But whatever. So the nigga go downstairs and shit, right? And he open the box. I'm sitting on the stairs. I can see this nigga. Go downstairs, open the box. Power out. Half the power. He go on the box. He tapping on the little switches and shit. He like, you see this right here? this how he talk too. You see this right here? He say, this right here is loose, so you know it's gonna have some wiggle to it. You know, you gotta tighten them up. I'm like, so what you about to do? You about to tighten them up? He like, oh no, I'm not about to touch that. What I do is here, see, since it's loose, what you got to do here is you got to tap this here. So this motherfucker tap the box, right? Tap. The power came on, yo. The power came on. So I'm like, oh, this nigga great. This is what he's doing. So I'm like, I'm about to start tapping this motherfucking box, right? Fuck this motherfucking nigga. I'm not about to get this nigga no $100, huh? Do you know how many motherfucking boxes of miles that is, nigga? You know how many motherfucking bottles of motherfucking whatever the fuck she was drinking? She was drinking Paul Masson at the time. I had to stop that shit. Like, nah, you ain't finna go out like that. We gonna get some 1800 in here or some Tito's. So I switched her over from Paul Masson to 1800. I'm like, you know how many 1800 bottles that you can buy? Tito's bottles you can buy with that shit? Like the fuck? Stop playing. How many wine miles you can get? Cause you smoke wine miles. Listen. So when the power go out again, right? I go downstairs and I try to tap the box. I try to tap it. Let me get back to being serious. This shit is funny though. I try to tap the box, right? And the power don't come on. So I'm like, man, why the fuck am I doing this dumbass shit? Tapping this fucking box. She's like, well, I'm about to call him back. I'm like, you about to give him another 100? Mm-hmm. Oh. So she called him back. She give him another 100. He come through. This time, he don't get the power on, so he charge her 80. But he tell her to call the illuminating company, right? I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So we call the illuminating company or whatever. They come out. But this particular time, another coincidence, it was a power outage around the corner. They had like a transformer over there or something that was fucked up. So they fixed that part, which turned on most of the power in the house. But then the other half kept going out. But it would come back on, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I'm about to call a real electrician because this nigga wasn't even no certified nothing.
Oh, wow.
At least from what I know. Right? He didn't even have the tester instrument to test the box like the illuminating company people had. You know what I'm saying? He had a tester. I'm like, what's that? He like, oh, this is what you do to test the box to see if it's on. He like, these bitches is working, bro. He like, I know. I've been working for these. Then we go outside. We check the lines, everything. So I call Clover Electric. Great people, man. Great people. I call these motherfuckers, right? They come out. This is white dude. Cool nigga. He come through. He say, what's the problem you said you was having on the phone? I'm like, man, half the power in the house keep going out, right? But it'll come back on. He was like, Now, mind you, say, right? I'm like, So I say the shit too, right? I want to know what you know, right? He like, so he repeat after me. He say, the power go out. He say, how long do it take to come back on? I said, sometimes it come back on like the next day, but then sometimes it take like a couple days. Sometimes the longest has been out for about a week. He like, the power on now though, right? I'm like, yeah, the power on now. So I guess he thought I was like fucking lying or something, right? Mm-hmm. So he go downstairs. He opened up the box. He test the box with the tester. He do all of this shit. He like, the power on. The box is live. He said, ain't nothing wrong with this box. He said, but what I find funny is everything that you say is out, that be going out, he said, it's not down here on this box. So he like, So I'm like, what that mean? He like, it either mean this box is wrong and messed up, or it's another box in here. He said, you got another box somewhere? I'm like, nah, ain't no another box in here. I done been all over this motherfucking house. Ain't no goddamn box in here. He like, well, whatever you saying is going out. He says, not down here. So we go back upstairs and shit, right? But on the way back upstairs, the power go out. And I tell him, like, he like, you need to change this light bulb. I'm like, no, that's what be happening. He like, so the power is out. He's like, where else is out at? I'm like, in the garage. So we go in the garage. He like, and the power wasn't on? I'm like, no, the power was on, but it's off now. He like, and it went off with the light bulb went out. I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, you got a problem. I was like, what you mean? That's why I called you. He like, no, because everything that just went out is, I can't flick a switch on and off downstairs. There's nothing down there that's saying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's going out?
Right.
He say, it's another box in here somewhere. He like, how old is this house? I'm like, man, I don't fucking know. He like, I'm like, the house ain't in my name. This ain't my house. He like, well, this house look pretty old. So he go back out to his car and shit. He come back. He said, yeah, this is an old house. This has got 2 boxes. He said it shouldn't have 2 boxes anymore, but it does. He says, that's a violation. He said, but right now we got to find the other box. So we looking around this motherfucking house for this other box, right? We go upstairs, we go downstairs. We in the garage looking for this motherfucking box, right? So we can't find this bitch. I'm like, man, we in the cupboards under the sink. I'm like, where would this box be? He like, they be in some peculiar places, if that's the right word. He like, they be in the closet space, they be in the trap doors, they be in the garage. He said, you never know. But these boxes, they just be hidden. He say, but you gotta find it, right? So he leave. That's what I remember. He leave. I found the box, and I found it because I went grocery shopping, and I was putting the cans in the cupboard, and I was cleaning that bitch out because, you know, I got hella OCD, right? So me and Nivea, I'm making her clean the shit out. Junior running around playing with fucking Pop-Tarts, him and JJ, you know what I'm saying? So I'm cleaning this shit out, and I see this little box. I'm like, it's painted over. You feel me? So I get to chipping at that bitch, chipping the paint off, and I open it, and that's the fuse box. So I call dude. I'm like, bro. He like, yeah, what's going on? I'm like, I found the box. He like, fantastic. I'm on my way. I got some time to see you, and I'll come through in about an hour. So he came through, right? And he looked at the box. He was like, man, this shit is fucking disgusting. He was like, they sold her this house with this box like this? I was like, evidently, nigga, we in this motherfucker, right? Because by this time, we cool as fuck now. We done got acquainted and shit. I know what he doing. He know what I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? He done met my kids. Junior done introduced himself. So, we in this bitch chilling, right? So, I'm like, yeah, like, evidently, nigga, we in this motherfucker. He like, well, he said, this is a violation right here. He said, they should have never sold her this house. At least you would have got it like for half price. Say, this ain't up to code. So you got to change this. He say, change the fuses. So he take the fuses out to see what's wrong with the fuses. So I changed the fuses, whatever. Put new fuses in there to see if this shit would come out. And they did. They shit did come out, right? But they went out again. So he had been gone for about like, I think, a month. He come back out. He like, you still having problems? So he go in there. And he get to looking with his flashlight. He say, you see all of this corrosion, all of this over this porcelain and shit. He say, this gotta go. He say, this is a fire hazard. He say, but I can tell you why the power is going out. He said, because these coils right here and these connectors, these wires, he say they have to touch this metal in order to activate the power to from the fuse, right? He say, when it's cold, these motherfuckers freeze and disconnect. They move away from the connector, the metal part, and that will make the power go out. He said, but when the temperature rises, that's when the motherfuckers melt and it warms back up and they can move back to where they were and they touch again and the power come back on. He said, that's why it's going out. And he said, when it go out, he said, be cold, don't it? I'm like, hell the fuck yeah, it be cold as fuck. He like, when it come back on, it be kind of warm. I'm like, yeah. He like, that's why. He said, you're going to have this problem if you don't replace this box. And that's when we get to the motherfucking finance part, right? He was like, so listen. He was like, this is going to cost. He's like, so I'm going to try to go ahead and get you the cheapest price, you know what I'm saying, that I can offer you. Right. So he say, you got 2 things you can do. He said, you can build a new box from the one that's right here, build it, you feel what I'm saying, and make it better for like $4,000-$5,000. Or you can have them take this box and move it down to the other one and combine it and get rid of this shit up here and have it up to code for like $3,500. I'm like, well, why don't I just do that? It's cheaper and it's up to code. Something like that. I don't know. I can't remember if the other way was cheaper or whatever, but I went with the way that he said second. Right. Whatever the case may be, right? For lack of a better argument. Okay? So I said, well, let me talk to her, because this her motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just moved in this bitch, you feel me? We da-da-da-da-da. So boom. I go talk to her. She like, I ain't doing that. I'm not paying that. That's a lot. I don't got that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I'll help you pay the shit. You know, she like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, but it's the power. She like, I just deal with the power going on. They come back on. And I'm like, no, man. No, we not finna live like that. You feel me? We got kids and shit. We not finna live like that, man. And then half the power going out in my daughter's room on her side anyway. Like, nah, fuck that. We in the garage, you know what I'm saying, with a fucking lamp and shit. Nah, man, hell nah. We not finna do that. The garage door don't even work. What if I'm trying to get in the car? Whatever. Anyway, I go back to the dude. I'm like, it ain't no way you can do installment. She like, yeah, sure. We have to run your credit. So she like, I'm not running my credit. I'm not doing that. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, so run my credit, right? So he run my credit. Boom. He say, you can do $350 a month, $3,500. I'm like, nah. Nope, not doing that. He like, well, we got another thing we can do you can do 50% of your monthly payments, but it'll count as a monthly payment, you know what I'm saying, on credit, but on paper it'll be only credited half until you pay it up. He said, but you can keep doing that until you pay it up. I'm like, $150 is cool. I can do $150 a month. He like, all right, cool. So we signed a little papers. They come in. I don't even have to put nothing down. I ain't had to pay nothing until they was done till the next month. So they came in, they fixed everything. They moved that shit, made it look great, closed it up, painted over it, went downstairs, cut a hole in it, run that shit to the other box. Perfect. Everything good. Lights on. They ain't going off no more. It's confidence now that it ain't going off no more. You know what I'm saying? So everything legit, right? And it's in my name. I'm responsible for it. It's on my credit, and I'm paying for it, right? Fast forward to now, right? How long have me and her been broke up? I met you 4 months, 2 months, 3 months, 3 months after I left her house. How long has I been?
A year.
About a year. So, I've been gone from that house for a little over a year, right? And it's still in my name, and I still pay for it every month because I have to. Because if I don't, it's gonna go fuck up my credit. $3,500, and I haven't been there. She don't even attempt to help me pay it. Ask me, do I need help paying it or nothing? She just reaping the benefits of being in that house. Yeah.
It's messed up, man.
My daughter don't even live there no more. She live with me. My son don't live there no more. He live with me. I don't live there no more. I live with me. Right?
Right.
But I'm still paying for her house. Not her, me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been a lot of things. But I've never been a lot of the things that they used to call me. Like a deadbeat. Fuck nigga. You know. User. Leech. Never, man. Come on, man. What? Fuck you talking about? I always been a hustler. I always been a go-getter. I never been no bum nigga. Never. I never desired to be a lame, a loser, or none of that. I always been inspired to be something better than what I was, right? And I always felt better. I always encourage others around me to be better. I never was a jealous person. I never had envy. My dad used to always try to ask me, or come at me like I was jealous of my brothers because of how they grew up. And I don't give a fuck about that shit. I mean, I used to want to live like that. I used to see that shit on Full House, Family Matters. I used to watch that. I used to be like, damn, I want a mama and a dad. like my real mother and my real father together. You feel me? I want to grow up like that with the family and the Christmases and the cocoa and the singing. I used to want that, right? But that wasn't my reality. So I used to achieve that by watching those shows. But when those shows will go off, nigga, it's back to the trenches, nigga. I'm with my stepfather and shit. I'm with my mama and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got my sisters and all that. We kicking it. This is what we doing. We making it work. And that's my life. I never was jealous of it. I don't know where he got that shit from. But I guess that's the typical, nature of or behavior of this, of me, of whoever I'm supposed to be. I don't know what the fuck. But people used to get me all wrong. All wrong. They used to have me all wrong. I don't know if it's a certain look I got or if it's a certain history I have that I don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? My son has autism. I'm starting to think that I had autism or I have autism. I've never been tested for autism. You know what I'm saying? I've never been. Now I can say this. When I was in elementary school, they used to come and get me and 3 other people out of my class like every other day, and take me to another class, right? And I would learn a little bit in that class, and then they would bring me back. That was in the 2nd grade. And then I remember again in the 4th grade, where they would come and get me from my 4th grade class, Miss Cunningham, and take me to Miss, I think her name was Miss Simpson. I can't remember. This was a long time ago. It was 1994. To do math. So I would go from a 4th grade class to a 5th grade class to do math. Them was the only 2 events I remember I used to leave class to go to another class and do shit, right? So I don't know if I was like fucking retarded growing up. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, I was autistic growing up, because Junior is, but even though he nonverbal, I can understand everything he's saying. Mm-hmm. Everything. Me and my dog, we talk, we communicate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when I get up in the morning, you feel what I'm saying? I wake him up. I take him into the bathroom. I brush his teeth for him. You know what I'm saying? He's 5 years old, but he's slow learning because of the autism. So I help him brush his teeth with the electric toothbrush. I put the toothpaste on it. We kick it. Right? We do that. If he took a bath or a shower, whatever, if he took a bath yesterday, last night, the night before, I don't bathe him because it's cold outside. I just wash him up with the little rag, whatever, his face, his arms, his private parts, boom. Take him back in the room, lotion him up, put his clothes on, school clothes on. We go downstairs, right? He automatically go downstairs. It's breakfast time. He know what he want. He pointing, you know what I'm saying, at this cereal or whatever it is that he want. So I'm like, get it. If it's in the refrigerator, get it. He open the refrigerator. He try to get what he want. I help him get it. We there. You feel what I'm saying? He's sitting down, eating his snack, whatever he getting. I'm getting ready to go. He getting, you know what I'm saying, his snack together, and we getting ready to go. Now, if he want to take it with him, he'd be like, he'll look at me, like, and I'll look at him, and he'll look at this food, and I'll like, get it, and he'll get it. If he needs something to put it in, he'll point at the sink, and I'll be like, get it. He went in the drawer, and he opened up the drawer and pulled out the measuring cup, and he looked at me, and I looked at the measuring cup, and he touched it, and I was like, oh, you need a bowl. And he was like this. He started jumping up and down, and was like, yeah, cheese, and like that. And I'm like, get the bowl. He looked at me like, you know, I can't get that motherfucking bowl. It's up there. But see, this what I've been doing with him though, and I kind of regret doing this. But the chair that's in there next to the deep freezer, so he wanted something off the top of the refrigerator, right? And it was hanging like on close. You know, he got the long ass arms. So I'm like, slide the chair up there. Slide the chair. So he pushed the chair up there, right? I'm like, get in the chair. He like, he look at me like with the expression on his face, like, nah, all right, nah. You want me? I can do this. I'm like, go ahead, get up there. He like, all right, I'm up there. So he get up there and he get up to the refrigerator. I'm like, grab it. He like, okay. I'm like, grab it. He grabbed it.
Oh my God.
I'm like, see how easy that was? And he looked down at me. He was like, all right now, nigga, when you come, like, this is what I'm getting.
You see me on us, you just
don't say nothing, right?
You gave me permission.
So, boom, look, I get the bowl. He put the graham crackers in the bowl one at a time, and he put his little juice bottle in the bowl one at a time. And we walk to the car. We get in the car. Same thing with the toys. He be trying to sneak out the house with the toys and shit. Be having them in his pocket.
And his book bag.
Yeah, it'd be like, bro, we not finna. If you take them toys in there, they ain't coming out. I'm just trying to forewarn you.
Lost lunchbox.
Man, all that shit. But that's it though. Like, that's what it be. I think I was born like with like some type of, I don't know, cause people don't be. Even with his mother, man. Even with his mother being around her family, they used to look at me like I was slow, like fucking retarded. They used to treat me like that too. Until I used to go around them, because they Dominican or Puerto Rican or whatever the fuck they is. They speak Spanish, right? And I don't speak that shit. I can understand some of it. I can recite some of it, but not all of it, like how they was doing it around me. So I'm thinking it's all love, right?
Right.
I bring my brother. My brother half Puerto Rican, half black. You feel me? He speaks Puerto Rican. He speaks Spanish fluently. My little brother. So I take him with me over there and shit. They don't know this though. They thinking all niggas is just niggas, right? Even though he looked just like them. But I'm not gonna say just like them, but he looked like he's Spanish. He don't look like he my brother.
Right.
We got the same facial, you know what I'm saying? But he don't look like, you know. So we in there and shit, and he listening. I'm listening. We talking. I'm not listening to them because I can't understand them. He listening to them though. He listening to everybody, and he looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and we sitting in the living room and shit. So the next thing I say, because there's some shit that come on as they singing in Spanish, whatever. I'm like, bro, you understand this shit? He like, yeah, that's this singing and shit. He like, yeah, but it's not what you think it is. He say it sound like it's rhyming in the Spanish, but the words in English don't rhyme. He like, that shit is annoying. He said, man, let's go. Let's get out of here. So we leave, right? He like, bro, them motherfuckers don't like you. He said, they don't respect you. I'm like, what you mean? He like, man, I heard everything they was saying about you. He like, dude, like, that is fucked up. He like, but listen though, like, I got you though. He like, but them motherfuckers, man, they ain't for you, man. They was talking all kind of shit behind your back. Yeah, for real. That's what he said to me. I was like, you know, I kind of figured that. You feel what I'm saying? I kind of figured that shit. Because it's just too good to be true. I said, this is my first time going inside her house. Bringing you in there. He said, the whole time I've been knowing her, I ain't never stepped foot inside the house. But yeah, though, man, that's how it was. You know? And fast forward to now. Now, I got both my kids under one roof. I ain't paying child support no more, but I'm still paying a $150 electric bill for a house that I don't even live in. That she running niggas in and out of. You know what I'm saying? Living life off the lights I provide. What am I? You feel me?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like a ball and fucking chain, man. Try to get out. They pull you back in. They pull you back in.
It's like you paying child support, but it's not called child support.
Bitch support.